I really didn't like the name Lash because I was like, that sounds too gimmicky.
No, it's out.
But now, like, I embrace it because I'm like, that's what I'm known for. Like, literally, every time I step on a ballroom floor, like, as soon as I put these lashes on, I just activate into a whole different person.
Activate is the right word. The right word.
So I have embraced the name and I love it now. So
right.
Yeah.
So how has it been going from, just regular dance to JSet or then to Vogue? Like how do you, for one, y'all may seem or may feel like it's all in one, but it's not. Those are different jobs.
Yeah.
How do you balance those, for one?
So honestly, it's kind of hard.
Today, my guest needs no introduction. Dancing from Atlanta to LA. Started in Chicago. Let's not forget that.
Right.
Started in Chicago, but then landed here. And next, I don't know. Wait, Trav, who you going to next?
Who knows?
Hey,
who knows?
Who knows? Man, thank you so much for coming on today. Thank you for being my guest.
Thank you.
You out here doing your thing.
Thank you. I'm trying.
You
I'm trying.
Dang, Traviis. So you started in dancing, theater, school. From there, you embarked into a journey.
Yeah.
We was introduced to Lash.
Yeah.
And, up from there.
Yeah.
Wow. So far in this journey, what would you say? Like, how do you feel?
So I literally just told a friend this just the other day that, in a good way, I feel emotionally overwhelmed because of the fact that my journey starting up until now, like, I didn't think that I was going to be here, because I had like a backstory behind the Lash, behind Travii, like it was a whole backstory. So I didn't think that from then up until now that I would be sitting right here. So yeah.
Yo, like, listen, going to those backstories. Them backstories make you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like, when you in those situations at those times, you like, like this, I don't know where to go from here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, literally, like, it's been some struggles, especially living in Chicago, and then actually coming out as gay. It's literally been a struggle, and so I think the thing that I tell people the most is that whatever you've been through, don't allow that to be your final destination.
Right.
And so I had to even learn that. Even like now doing community health outreach work, I have to like let people know, like, just because you're here in this moment and it may not look good, it may not seem good, but this don't have to be your final destination. So yeah.
So when I have my guests on, I like to ask them who they are. We know what social media portray, TV,
right?
Like, we know what those things that really take our voices away from us, what they portray. But who's Traviis?
So Travii is a dancer, a choreographer, a health outreach worker, a friend, an advocate, an activist, and the list goes on.
The list goes on. There's a difference. There's Travii and there's Lash.
Yeah.
So who's Lash?
So Lash is what you all would get, stepping out into the ballroom scene, mainstream ballroom scene. At that, I was actually introduced to this persona by my mainstream house, the founder, which is the mother, Aaliyah. She noticed that even in the Kiki scene, up into mainstream scene, that every time I stepped out on the floor, I have on a Lash. And so she was like, it's something, I want to give you a name that's going to be unique, that's not being like used, because my name in ballroom and Kiki scene is Pink. Pink Puss.
Okay.
So everybody kind of have that name, Pink or Pussy or Puss, so everybody have that name, but she was like, I just want to like I want you to stand out because you already stand out.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay. So at first I really didn't like the name Lash because I was like, this sounds too gimmicky.
No, it's
but now like I embrace it because I'm like, that's what I'm known for. Like literally every time I step on a ballroom floor, like as soon as I put these lashes on, I just activate into a whole different person.
Activate is the right word. The right word.
So I have embraced the name and I love it now. So
right.
Yeah.
So how has it been going from, just regular dance to JSet or then to VOGUING? Like how do you, for one, y'all may seem or may feel like it's all in one, but it's not. Those are different jobs.
Yeah.
How do you balance those for one?
So honestly, it's kind of hard because of the fact that growing up in Chicago, studying dance, you're being trained proper way and posture and lines. So like I can take a little bit of some of those things that I'm being taught in class to JSet. Now when it gets to voguing, it's a whole total different ball game because of the fact that a lot of times everything is not perfect and a lot of times you don't get straight lines or anything like that because voguing is all about personality. So you can be veggie, you can be sassy, you can be a bitch, so it's like literally like whatever your ballroom persona is, that's totally up to you. You don't have to be this prima ballerina in ballroom. You can be the sass or you can be the Benji. So it's whatever you want it to be. So to kind of like juggle these different styles from jazz to ballet to hip hop. The beauty of it all is the fact that when it comes to ballroom, you can incorporate all of that you learned in class and make this, into whoever you want it to be.
Right.
Yeah. But in JSet, like it's really like depending on what JSet style you do, you have like Bring It, which is they do a lot of bucking. You have like just strictly just JSet that you see at Piedmont Park on for Black Pride, which a lot of them are like at attention, and it's very like militant. So it's like depending on that style, that some people's styles is very, lyrical JSet. Some people's styles are very more hip hop JSet. So you can still take a little bit that you learned in class, but whoever the captain is or the choreographer is of that team may have a different style from what you learned in class. So it just depends. It depends. It's a lot, but yeah.
But Traviis is definitely. I'm shocked. I thought he was at no.
Yes, but I think, which I still do have a respect for it. I just don't have an interest for it, but I still do have a respect. It's tap, and I don't know. I'm just very big and I'm very expressive, and so because tap is like normally just like beat based, and I mean you can still do a little whatever, but I'm more so like I want to jump, leap, turn, like that's more me. But I definitely have a respect for the people that actually does it because of the fact that it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of studying, for that style of dance. So. Shout out to people that does tap, but I know for me, I just
I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean that's good because it's like you know what you can do, what you won't do, and I feel like in this industry or just in any industry, it's good to stand in your own lane, know your lane, and perfect that. Yeah,
definitely, because I just like I said, I'm just very big and expressive, and so I don't want to. Not saying tap limits, but in a sense, for me, I feel like it limits because it's just more feet based and
Right, he want to go.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to developing a dance routine, what does that process look like for you?
So when it comes to development of dance routine, depending on what the so I'm using that as an example. So let's say like you are doing a piece and the director may tell you, hey, I want you to choreograph a piece, Maleficent,
Okay.
So I'm using Maleficent for an example. And so now for me, as a choreographer, I watch the movie, I study the movie, and then I know if I need to bring out a little bit more dramatic in this area. What does the music have to sound for this? What music can relate to this? You know, like, do I need to add some sprinkles in this, or like, do I need to add some ballet in this portion? You know, maybe I need to add some hip hop in this. So it's like literally like, as a choreographer, dancer, director, it's easy. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy to just you know, I'm gonna just throw something together. Right. It really takes a lot of like studying and making sure like I'm hitting these key factors just so that the audience can visually see it being performed in a dance versus so you actually watching it like on the TV. So,
wow, is there ever a time where you have to put on all your hats at the same time? Was that on Legendary? Like, artistic director, choreographer, dancer.
Yeah.
Like,
so literally, on Legendary, we literally had the competition for that episode was to come as you are. So literally, actually representing the House of Demir Versailles. It was very exquisite. It's very regal. It's very just high class. So. And the vision that Aaliyah had for it was to be like chandeliers, because when you think of the Versailles, you think of like, you know, these walls and these very just exquisite. So literally on the show, when you see like we have like tutus, because we were supposed to be actually like trying to be candles, like a chandelier, and so we had like broken glasses on us as well too, just to kind of like represent like the Versailles. And so literally like we tried to play off of like, okay, we're gonna be very regal, we're gonna probably do a little ballet, we still also gonna very much that we still gonna give you, you know, 5 elements of Vogue, which is hands, catwalk, duck walk, spins, dips, floor performance. So we try to make sure we incorporate all of that, as well as trying to get the message across of who we are as a house.
Right.
So
listen, when you said duck walk, I was like, yes, right here. Yo, I stay in the gym. But when it comes to, I'm like, I can't. Come on, Cavs.
Right.
Come on. What is this work? Do you work out?
So, you know, I work out just a little bit. My workout consists of just dancing. Cardio, yes. Yeah.
Cause you, I be like, I want that jump right there. I want to be able to do that. You make it look so easy.
You know, it honestly takes a lot, because I used to look like a fool trying to do duck walking. I used to, for real, but you know, even though it's very cliche, but it's so true. Practice does make perfect. And I would say perfect practice make perfect performance, because if you're not practicing to your full potential, then you're not gonna get the perfect performance. So I always try to like go by that. Like, if you want that perfect performance, you have to push yourself. So, and practice.
Do you have a favorite dance?
So I do.
Go-to dance.
I do.
Okay, what is it?
So my favorite go-to dance, honestly, is I don't know if anybody know who Yannis Marshall is. So Yannis Marshall is a heels choreographer, and I believe he's from Paris. He's very like sassy, and he does like jazz, gets a lot of attitude when he dances. And so I try to like, because I see myself in him, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to like grab that and add this to my Vogue. And so, you know, make sure I do all of this, and you know, just pretty much feel myself.
Y'all, let's do it all when it comes to dancing. What is the difference between voguing and JSetting?
Ooh. So the difference between voguing and JSetting is, again, JSetting is choreographed. Voguing is more personality. Voguing is very freestyle. It allows you to be you in a sense. Whereas choreography, everyone has to look the same. If it's 3 of you all, every move have to look the same. Everybody have to be at attention. If my arm is going here, everybody's arm needs to be here. If the person that's leading the JSet routine is doing this guy, you have to look exactly like the person that's standing in the front. So that's the difference.
I would be like, cut, right? cut. You, right? No, that's. What advice would you give someone who wants to be a dancer, or who is aspiring to be a dancer?
I would say, honestly, take class. And that's the best advice that I believe in yourself, have confidence, and take class, because literally, you know, in the industry of just dance alone, it's a doggy dog world. Like, it's not one of those situations where, oh, you know, my best friend is in the company, so I can just put it in a good word. It's not giving that. You literally like have to show that I'm confident, I'm good at what I'm doing. If you throw a complex choreography piece at me, I can pick it up. Because literally, like, nowadays, everybody, and it's a difference between TikTok dancing and dancing. Let's just throw that out there. It's a difference. And so I just want to make sure that people, you can do the whole TikTok dancing, but it's probably going to just get you to TikTok and that's it.
That's what you want to be?
Right, by all means. But if you want to be a dancer, I would definitely say stay in class, stay confident, stay motivated, and even if it gets hard, continue to still go, because those are going to be the moments that make you who you are. You know.
So let's talk about Legendary. Y'all, okay, my inbox. All right, here we go.
Right.
How did this opportunity happen for you?
So literally, I applied to be on the show. Keep in mind that ballroom is everywhere. Ballroom is in Chicago, the Mecca, which is New York, New Jersey, LA, Atlanta, Alabama. Ballroom is everywhere. Even in the international, ballroom is everywhere. And so just keep in mind that Legendary accept applications from everyone that's in ballroom. So keep that in mind. So the fact that season 3 came out and the House of Demir Versailles was selected to be on the show, now reached out to the mother, hey, you know, these are the people that apply for your house, and so these are people that apply for your house, so yeah. So from there, honestly, like our house mother was kind of like letting us know, like, hey, like, you know, they're gonna start calling you all, because in this very moment she has nothing to do with the casting. I think the only thing that she just probably had something to do with was the fact that, like, you're the mother, you're gonna represent your house. After that, everything is solely up to the producers, the directors, and everything. So it wasn't handpicked by the mother, anything like that. So now the fate is still in HBO Max and Legendary producers, and you know. So I'm still submitting. I'm still sending videos. I'm still telling them my story, telling them why I deserve to be on the show. And so what's so crazy is that it has gotten down from, because we were told that it was like maybe like a total of, just in our house alone, that it was like 20 plus people that they were looking at. And so you know that it's only 5 people to go on the show. Really 4, because the mother is already
that's
really 4.
She got her spot.
So exactly. So at this point we're nearing all the way down, and I'm still seeing my name. I'm like, okay, I'm still in the race. And I want to say that we had gotten a call that your house was officially on the show, and then these are the final 6. The reason why it's 6 is because during that time COVID was very, very heavy, and so they were definitely saying that just in case if someone comes back reactive for COVID, you have an alternate. So what was the crazy part is I was not the official select, I was the alternate. Yes. And so I was a little disappointed, because I was like, dang, but I was still being a team player, like, y'all go represent, y'all make sure y'all you know, dance big, be clean, tell a story, make a moment, because that's what ballroom is all about. At the end of the day, you may not win the category, you may not win the performance, but what people remember the most about the category is the person that's making a moment. So make a moment. And so something happened in the universe. I don't know what happened.
I did it.
But I literally got a call and was like, "Hey, Lash, something happened with you all house, which they wasn't able to disclose because literally like it was myself and it was another person, which is Christian, that was in Atlanta. Christian was selected to be on the show. I was the alternate, and the other people were from Jersey and New York. And so they were saying that somebody from your house is unable to be on the show. Can you go and get a COVID test?" And so I literally had to submit a COVID test within 24 hours. I submitted it, came back, it was negative. It wasn't even 24 hours later, I received my ticket to go to LA. so
geez.
God and the universe made a way for Lash to be on the show, and yeah.
Wow. So all that happened, you went on the show. What was your role as, on the show?
So my role honestly was basically being a house member. Literally Aaliyah, she put the choreography in us four hands. Like she said, y'all make it up. She's like, because she come from a different era, because she's a drag performer. So she was like, y'all are, and then also her category is runway. Y'all are the vulgars, so y'all make it up. So my role, honestly, I would say that my role was to be a choreographer, which that's something I'm good at anyway. Right. And then also just trying to make sure that, because I went to school for theater, to make sure that what looks good in the eye of a camera, what angles, how can we play around with this, working on transitions. So like, even though we all had like an input, I think for me, my input was mainly, I guess you could say, cleaning up for production wise, because of the fact that I know that background. And that really played a lot with studying theater and dance at Moraine Valley. So
we know your role, we know how you got on there. What was this process, or how was this process different than any other process? Again, like you said, TV. Or like, this is it. All or nothing.
So literally, I think that what was different from doing a regular performance and doing being on TV is the fact that, of course, we have to go through things like we could not dance to songs that we would like to dance to because of copyrights. So we really had to like submit in an idea of what we would want, and so they would have to submit it back to us. And so sometimes it may not be exactly what we want, but so now that just pushes us to go even harder, because of the fact that maybe in the song that we submitted may had a boom here, but we couldn't actually get that boom there. So now we have to orally perform just to showcase that this is what's in this area. And then with just doing live performances, it's just, it's more so just in your face. It's more so like we get to interact with the audience. You get a chance to like see us in the physical, whereas like on TV we have to make sure everything that we do is big. And then also the lights, the glam behind everything. So
and talking about glam, the pictures that you dropping, we see. I say you better hold that thing. Yes, I have arrived. Yes. So with all this being said, during Legendary, what advice that you've been given that you would cherish and that you just was like, yo, like I'm using this. I'm taking this with me.
I think the advice that I got from the show, it was what Keke Palmer said, and she was telling us that
Keke Palmer talking.
Right, yeah. So Keke Palmer said on the show that don't allow this moment to dictate where you go. This is just a moment. It is what it is. You take it for what it is and you move on. And so, at the time, a lot of people may think that, that's very shady to say because, but it's like, it's true. Like, you have to learn just outside of just ballroom, television, TV, just in life in general, that whatever the situation is in this very moment, take it for what it is and move on. Don't dwell on it. Like, it happened. It is what it is. what are you going to do next to change the narrative? What are you going to do next to continue to keep pushing and keep pressing it and going on? And so I think that's something that I took away from the show, is the fact that whatever it is in this moment, it is what it is, but it's time for you to live it out and keep pressing and keep pushing and keep moving forward, because it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
The best experience
on the show?
Yes.
I think the best experience on the show was the fact that honestly stepping on the legendary stage for the very first time. Because I knew right then and there that this is real. Even though I got my ticket to go to LA, and I was like, okay, this is real. Stepping on that stage for the very first time, I'm like, okay, this is real.
Right.
You know, and this is on HBO Max. This is a mainstream platform.
Mainstream.
Everybody's gonna see this. This is real. And I think that was the most inspiring part to me, because of the fact that not too many people in ballroom, you know, that's been in ballroom way longer than me, get this opportunity.
Right.
And so the fact that God and the universe made it a way for me to be here in this very moment at this time, I was like, okay, bitch, this is real.
Right. Like, okay, God, you showing out.
Right.
You really showing out.
Right.
To break that stigma, or to say, you know what, I'm not going to,
yeah.
I know y'all look how y'all look, but guess what, I can do it too.
So I think, honestly, no, it wasn't hard for me to kind of like, you know, accept that I'm more on the thicker side, because that all plays around in confidence. And it can be this skinny person over here could be going off, and I could be going off as well too, and I may not have to do all these backflips and tricks and dips and all this other stuff to get my point across. I can be soft and cunt and just still be like, yeah, my point is still getting across. Without me having to do all that stuff that she does. She over here breaking a sweat, and I'm over here still like cunt. You know, like I think that which goes back to, like I said earlier, is the fact that it all plays around in confidence. And if you're not confident just in who you are, thick, big, small, tall, short, if you're not confident in yourself, then you don't belong on that runway. Because literally, like, when there's that runway, you got the judges that's judging you on off rip, and then you got the people on the sides that are like looking at you, and if you don't exude that confidence when you first step foot on that stage, before the judges can even say something, homegirl over here is already like, girl, she finna get chopped. Because you don't exude that confidence. And I always tell my Lush and Plush and my big girls and my big boys that exude that confidence, because literally whatever the skinny girl can do, you can do as well too. So yeah.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many categories that you are embarking on and that you're changing. Yeah, you're changing the game.
I'm trying.
Yo. So speaking about game, as you know, I have a game for all of my guests. So the name of this game is, so you're a star. Dance then. So with this game, I'm gonna name a dance, and you have to do it.
Okay.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
Dances.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna start off with the Dougie.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead, give you the floor.
Okay.
Travii, take it over. Lash, take it over.
You said the Dougie?
The Dougie.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Hey. Okay. Alright, get crunk.
Oh.
Crunk.
Oh.
I bet you gonna get crunk.
Oh, now I have to go back. Because that was back in.
That's
that was way.
Oh, 08, 09.
Right, yeah. Oh my God.
10. Hey. Yo, that dance really showed when what was the name of that show?
Rise.
Right, listen, the intro.
Yes. I had my favorite person on that show was Miss Prissy. She had the ponytails, and she did the leg up, and she dropped it into a split. That was my girl.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Moonwalk.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to moonwalk, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna.
Hey! Get to the footwork. Get to the footwork. Okay. This one, another footwork. Heel toe.
Oh, okay. Period. Yeah.
Hey! Oh! All right. Y'all want nothing. Twerk.
Okay, you know.
You a jerk.
Oh. Okay.
You a jerk. Hey, you a jerk. Hey, you a jerk. Hey, you a jerk. Hey. Alright. Two more. The booty do. Hit that booty do.
How'd that go? I totally forgot about that.
No.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Hit that booty do. Hand clap, you know. Butt poke out.
How did that go? Oh wow. I'm sorry that y'all do. I literally forget.
We gonna come back. Alright, and Vogue.
Okay, yeah.
Hey. What I told y'all. I'm done. And let everyone know how they can stay tuned and connect with you.
So, Facebook is Traviis Aiko. That's TraviiAiko. On TikTok is GNC Pink. On Instagram is Traviis Aiko _TraviiAiko_. And on YouTube is Lash, Dancer, and Vulgar.
Okay, y'all better get to it. Yo, so you did state earlier that you have some classes coming up. So
yes.
What else does Travii have coming up?
So there are some projects that are coming up. One of the projects I cannot disclose because I sat on an NDA for that one. So
TV again, y'all. Let's get that.
So keep a lookout for that. Again, like I said, I am teaching a class in Champaign, Illinois. The flyer for that will be dropping out because I believe it's going to be July 23rd in Champaign, Illinois. Also, it's so much. It's really so much. I'm also dropping a dance visual as well too, which is a big Vogue dance visual, which is gonna be dropping in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So you're gonna start getting like little bits of pieces of that, and then lastly, as of right now, is I will be walking the ball June 3rd. So I will be making my official comeback to the ballroom scene.
Okay.
June 3rd. That's where Lash, Pink Puss, Travii will be hitting the floor officially since Legendary, and that's June 3rd at the Bodega's Laboratory Ball.
Okay, so make sure y'all go ahead and start getting those tickets,
yeah,
get those fits, and make sure y'all hit up Travii.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm so excited for just what's to come for you.
Thank you.
You deserve it all. This is your time.
Thank you.
And like I told you, shine. Yeah. Shine, Travii. So I do have a gift for you.
Oh.
Just to again say congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And then we just here. Let's talk. Like we support you. We root for you, man.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Is there anything else that you want to tell your audience or that you want the viewers to know?
Yeah. Stay tuned for more with Lash. Don't sleep. Stay woke. And yeah. That's pretty much it.
Johneri'O Scott, Travii, aka Lash. Let's talk with Johneri'O Scott, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, you guys. We are out, and listen, we're about to go do some dancing.
Yeah.
Peace.